Oh, it's a little hot yet. What is going on, my most charming of charcuteries? I sure do love you. Mwah. Boop. Cheryl Chronicles, chapter 10. Hi, welcome back. We have got to talk about Cheryl's bones. Okay, so I mentioned how I ended up needing to put in a whole new driveway and arrived. So I found Dan and his cutie little wife. They got a company. They came out. So the first step in the driveway process is he had to come in and bring in a front loader and scrape back all the dirt and the turf, because they put one kind of rock down to make a super solid underneath base, and then they put a different type of rock on top, whatever. So I'm watching out the window, and he's scraping back the first couple of feet, and then he stops and he walks over to my door. Dun, 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 dun. I tootle around, say, hey, yeah, what's up? What's going on? He's like, well, we got to talk about this. He says, technically, I'm supposed to give the cops a call anytime I'm doing work and I find bones. But Dan knew Cheryl. Everybody seems to have known Cheryl around here. Dan knew Cheryl and tells me the nature story. He said, listen, previous owner wanted nature to just be nature. That meant she didn't mow, she didn't prune, she didn't stop her animals from wandering. So all of this also included when they died. So when an animal keeled over, she just let nature take care of it. Yeah. And there was one point where she had dogs, and so she would just let the dogs and whatever wild animals came around, she would just let nature take care of the carcass. So neighbors would call ew, it's stinky, Cheryl, you got a dead something. She just ignored all of it. So of course I let Dan go. I said, I don't want cops, we do not get along. So I just let Dan go on his way, and this was the bone, and he said, I really think this is probably from a goat or a sheep, and so it's nothing we have to worry about. But don't you get me wrong. I believe Cheryl had the capacity for a little and I believe one day, I'm going to find her really good stash. This whole first year here especially, I just kept finding bones everywhere. And so I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a weirdo, but whatever. I decided to keep them. So I did. So I keep them in this bucket. Those are Cheryl's bones. This was the first one. Okay, this is the biggest one I found so far. Folks, and I tend to agree, seem to think this belongs to probably cattle or a horse. We got this cool big part. Right? I think something, tons of chicken bones. Those are all over the place. And actually there was one time a fox. Well, that's a different story. Anyway, weird little chest bone. I'm guessing a bunny or something. This is a not so big one, but still a larger animal, right? I'm a donkey. Bunch more of this size, bunch of these sizes. Yeah, that's just Cheryl's bucket of bones. What a place I got myself into. Anyway, I hope you liked it. I hope that was a hoot, and I hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend. And I'm going to see you on the next one, okay? Bye!